What are we doing, Bill?
We are welcoming everybody to our show, Geeks Are Wired podcast.
Okay.
We're recording a podcast.
Are we?
Yes.
Is that why I'm here?
Okay.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
Well, this is number 349.
Yes.
So far untitled. And on...
We'll figure that out eventually.
Yeah, well, we might figure it out. Or we might not. Bill might just make up one. Anyways, on this podcast, we like to talk about video games, movies, TV, comic books, technology, and TLDR, Internet of Things stuffs. And if you want to contact us, I don't know why you would, but in case you do, because, sometimes you just want to talk.
Because we're internationally renowned.
Yes, we are. Anyways, you can do that at geeksarewired@gmail.com, or you may call us at 801-896-4335, which spells geek. And you may also donate to us on the Patreons at patreon.com/geeksarewired.
Yes.
All right.
They don't have the details written on that. It's just...
No, you don't.
Everything is towards the Geeks Are Wired.
And Dave is great.
Yes, Dave is still great. Right?
Yes.
Dave is still great.
Because you get the Patreon levels.
Yes. We have just like the Chatty McChatty face, which is $1 or more, gets you access to Discord and the podcast early?
No.
Is that the $5 one?
Yes.
Okay. The $5 one gets you access to the podcast early. It's called Early Access.
Yeah.
You didn't put a fun spin on that one?
Maybe I'll figure that one out.
Anyways.
And then there's the great level.
Yeah, we got the great tiers. We got the third tier great, the second tier great, and the final tier great.
Well, there's the great. The greater.
I know. That's why I said third, second, and first.
And there
tiers.
can
Top
be
tier?
only one greatest.
Yeah. There can only... If you're the greatest, obviously there can't be any more than just one. So,
or any greater than.
Or a greater than the greatest.
Of course, we did talk about having a different naming convention.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll deal with that if anyone is interested in those awesomeness.
And today we do have our three hosts, myself, Anna.
Hi. I didn't see you over there.
And myself, Bill.
Yeah, we always have Bill. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Anthony.
And then you have me, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
Whose name is Anthony.
Anthony.
No, it's Anthony. All right. That was an intro.
It was.
3 minutes in. Well, not quite.
We're not done yet. We can always continue on.
We could. And now it's 3 minutes in.
There we go. Now we've been over 3 minutes in introductions.
What is the first thing on the chopping board?
Now we're going to go from 3 minutes introductions to introducing the chopping board.
The chopping board?
The show notes.
Oh, chopping board corner?
What's in the chopping board corner?
The stuff in the Trello board.
Oh, okay. In our show notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that made me get kind of hungry now.
Oh. After. Soon. So, with the tragic news of Notre Dame burning or catching on fire, there is some great news with technology. 4 years ago.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you know more about it.
Oh, about 4 years ago, I'm going to use better wording than this article does. About 4 years ago, a historian ended up using LiDAR and digitally mapped all of Notre Dame's cathedral.
Ooh.
So it is really, really well, micro-analyzed, micro-measured, everything.
It even has some of the trees.
Well, let's put it at the outside, because you can also use LiDAR for... LiDAR is also really popular with getting land or mountain heights or...
Topology.
But you also can use it for buildings, because LiDAR is actually... And also for security. Some places actually use LiDAR instead of cameras for security, because you can actually see better.
They might use both.
Well, you can use both. But you can... But LiDAR is actually good for measuring distances. It's able to penetrate a few things. It's able to look at quite a bit. But so, this artist, though, he ended up getting it. So this is going to be good for helping rebuilding it.
Uh-huh.
with detail, with massive amount of detail.
Yeah, because like they could rebuild it without this, but they wouldn't be able to do it exactly right. And even then, it's just going to be reproduction, but it'll be as close as they could possibly get it.
Yeah, based off of other engineering
Mm-hmm.
recordings or changes. So this is really interesting, and I was very excited about this.
It is cool.
Well, and also LiDAR is used in some self-driving cars as an addition onto cameras.
Yeah, I think mine is just... I have a Subaru Crosstrek with the eyesight. I think it's just visual. For the most part, it might have some LiDAR, or something, radar.
Can you describe LiDAR exactly? I know that it's probably kind of a laser type
No, it's
thing in a way.
Yes, it is a laser.
Does it have to do with lasers?
It does have to do with lasers.
Oh.
Actually, so that was the other thing. The article is going like, they used lasers to get it. I'm like, yeah, that's so much more than that.
Well, they got the general idea. They
Yeah,
had to
they
dumb
got
it down.
They got a general concept.
I didn't know it had to do with lasers. My bad.
Yes. So
Is radar just son? No, it's just...
sonar is radar.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see if I can remember what the...
LiDAR or LADAR.
I thought it was an acronym. I'm trying to remember what that was. Besides just lasers. So you're basically using lasers to point at, like lots and lots of little lasers, and they can point at the walls or landscapes or whatever. They're able to measure micro measurements between things. So like a wall, that even like the texture on a wall, it could still tell like there's texture on the wall because how small these lasers are, and you're able to get a better feedback on distance, building structure, land structure. All the
Okay.
other.
So if they used LiDAR to actually reconstruct Notre Dame,
Well, they backed it up. So they could use what the LiDAR was used for, because LiDAR is to record it.
okay.
So they used the information that the LiDAR gathered, and they put it into. They can make a building, or they've digitally constructed the building, and they're able to look over all the details of this digital construction now.
Okay, so essentially they could make essentially like a 3D printing based on what they actually recorded from the LiDAR records that they actually have for the building.
Yeah, they could 3D print, or could just make sure, okay, as we're building this giant structure, these things should go here.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can it see? I haven't seen the inside of the cathedral for a long time, but was there paintings and stuff on top of it, like painted stuff?
There were paintings. So, like I said, LiDAR will be able to tell the difference between like little minor textures.
Yeah.
So obviously, an oil painting will have you'll see some depth difference between the strokes of paint, but it, depending on how they are, you probably won't be able to see exactly what the picture was.
No. That's what I was wondering, like, because I know that some works were lost, but I was just wondering what the roof looked like, because that was the part that was damaged the most.
Which was part of the things they were actually repairing, because it was really, really old wood.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the articles I was reading, it's like several 100-year-old wood, so it's essentially a tinderbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dried out. All it takes is just a little bit of fire, and the whole thing's up, which is what happened. Did they ever find out what caused it exactly?
I'm not sure. So there's actually, it's online too. I just saw about the article. You can also actually go look at the move around, the digital representation.
Oh, that's cool. They map out kind of the structure and the rooms.
Yeah,
they have.
like
Some
that.
pictures too.
And like a 3D
So
tour.
they did actually take a video. So it wasn't just LiDAR, but it was also
Yeah,
camera
they did some
video.
360-degree captures too. That's cool.
Yeah. So you can actually walk through what it looked like. That'll be in the show. That is definitely going to be in the show notes.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
It's really detailed inside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this took a long time to build in the 12th and... Was it the 11th and 12th centuries or the 12th and 13th centuries that they built this?
I am terrible with my history, so...
I know it took like 180 years to build.
It was...
You could just click on the Wikipedia article.
Is that the...
No, it's right there.
Is that it?
Yep.
Hey, look at that. There's a Wikipedia article. Years built between 1163 to 1345. Groundbreaking was 1163. Completed in 1345.
Imagine working your entire life on that and then never seeing it be finished because you died.
Actually, along with that, so the artist who did this
Did what?
has passed away. Did the LiDAR?
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh. Well, at least their work.
yeah, their
Will
work
get
gets to be used. They just don't get to see it in this. You know, this awesomeness.
Yeah, but like, I just imagine like if this happened to another building too. I don't know if we'd have LiDAR for that. Maybe we would, but
Depends. Some yes, some no. I could see that some people would want to be doing this. This might actually suddenly pique the interest in doing it.
yeah, it might. I was thinking about that too. Especially some of the really old buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't the oldest building that exists, but I think it's one of the oldest ones that is very well kept up and still standing.
Where is this one located?
This
Paris.
is in Paris.
Paris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do I have it in the show notes? Actually, there was. Oh, I don't see it. I have to hunt it down. But there was also, speaking of older stuff, there was old World War II spy plane photos that
Mhm.
were finally or recently released to the public.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The great thing about this is you see this time from 80 years ago before the war really did lots of damage, before other following wars did tons of damage in a lot of these areas, and people end up going in it instead of like putting into the digital and doing it. They actually personally like sat there and like pieced everything together, and they were able to go like, this is what everything looked like, and this is how the terrain was, and this is
really?
before certain cities existed and all this. So they're able to really figure out the idea of how archaeologically everything looked.
I'd be curious if they had any from, like, Japan.
I think it was mostly,
Just mostly Europe or something.
yeah, Europe and the Middle East.
Because I would be curious to see what Japan looked like before Tokyo exploded like it did. Like, exploded in size,
Yeah.
I mean.
Before it got bigger than,
Yeah.
or became a major city that
Yeah,
it is
well,
now.
it's like if you look at Google Maps and go over to Tokyo, it's all city.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cityscape. Like, it's miles and miles. Just was really surprised when I saw it. I'm going to look up a video and put it on the show notes, I think. Kind of in the same vein, though, is that during the Cold War, there were some, I think they called it
Oh, it was the 50s and 60s. I was incorrect. It was declassified U-2 spy plane.
okay, so this would be
This is after World War II, but still,
this would be Cold War then.
yes.
Okay.
But the fact that they've been released, so you're able to look at, so like, and this will be in the show notes, but you're able to see how everything has changed, and they are, they're good photos. They're not the greatest, but you can still end up going like, oh, we see how the structures were and how terrain was, and so. But yeah. Oh, actually,
Can you go to...
I should reverse it. They were declassified back in '97. They just finally got put together.
Okay. Can you go to YouTube?
I guess. But yeah, so I guess we're at this one. There's a canal.
Ooh.
So this is before the city moved in.
Uh-huh. But the canal was there.
Yeah, you can definitely see how the canal actually was
Incorporated.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, YouTube, and then look up mustard.
I'm scared.
No, it's fine. It's the name of the channel. So that it's just that top link.
Lost Nukes.
Yeah. So during the Cold War,
This video.
there was a. I don't remember what the name of the project was called, but
So this was the accidental. This wasn't us actually dropping nukes on us, legit, or on purpose. Like we have
like it was
so
accidentally
many
done.
times. Okay.
But there was a project because the Soviet Union was able to launch intercontinental missiles, and it freaked the U.S. out, and so they decided to have planes fly. Like they had like 10 planes up in the air at all times that had nuclear warheads on them,
Mm-hmm.
and occasionally they would fall. And I think most of them dropped on the U.S. None of them ever detonated. There were some that fell in Spain. They didn't they detonated, but the nuclear part didn't detonate. It was just the explosive part. And then in Iceland or Greenland or something, yeah, it was Greenland. All the ones that fell, the explosive part detonated, and that's when the project was stalled or stopped.
Probably for the better.
Yeah. But on that one, the one that we're seeing right here, the one that was happening in Spain, they had the U.S. truckloaded like hundreds of tons worth of dirt back to the U.S. to get decontaminated.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it ruined like a 5 square mile thing of coastline in Spain.
Mm. Yeah, that
Made
would
it-
suck.
Because the explosive part went off, so the plutonium went everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's
especially if it
the thing that
hit the
happened.
ground and exploded, because that'll make it much worse instead
Yeah.
of an airburst.
Well, it wasn't. Like the only thing that went off was the explosive part.
Oh.
The nuclear payload never went off. Luckily,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
that would have been bad. It was just the explosive part, but like on a lot of the cases, there was like one safety switch that had it have tripped, the nuclear part would have went off too. So it was just it was a bad.
Good thing
time.
there was backups. And yeah, it was. Yeah, not nice. Not
Yeah,
good.
no. But
'Cause
yeah,
we don't have to worry about that as
there's that.
much.
You may as well add that to the show notes. At this
It's in
point.
there.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Keyboard shortcuts. Dang. Badoo.
Look at you, learning the technologies.
I don't learn him. I make him do what I want.
Okay, well, now what?
Disney?
Oh, the Disney service, the Plus,
Yeah. Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. You have that on there twice.
Well, I'm going to link to the Disney Plus when we talk
Oh.
about the article
Okay.
with all the information.
Do you think $7 is a lot just for Disney stuff?
So I'm interested in how much they're bringing in.
I'd hope like a lot of stuff.
Well, they're saying 7,500 episodes of all current and off-air TV shows.
I wonder if that includes Phineas and Ferb.
There's a chance. It does include The Simpsons, all 30 seasons,
Oh, because that makes sense.
when they bought Fox.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, what? No,
Yeah.
I remember.
You know, the entire reason this conversation's happening because of Hulu and all that stuff that they gained. Which is also the thing is $7 a month or $70 for a year, save 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you pay in advance,
Does it include only? Okay, it does include movie titles,
yes, there's going to include
And
TV shows,
100
movies.
recent theatrical films, which I'm gonna guess would be all the films they've released recently. Well,
Well,
Okay,
everything
not
that
all.
will not probably be in theaters. So so theatrical released films are films that are released into theaters. So this does
Mhm.
not include the straight to Blu-ray or VHS or whatever.
straight to video.
Yeah, that one too.
I think that's the one that encompasses all the VHSs, the DVDs, and the Blu-rays,
And the
and the
digitals.
HD DVDs.
It's nice with the downloadable content, though, from the library of items that they have.
Yes, that's something else. You can download. It's just like with Netflix.
Oh, nice.
So there's no information on if there's limits like there is with Netflix, but they're saying 4K.
I imagine there's going to be limits, but
Yeah. They are releasing in the U.S. in the fourth quarter of 2019. There's actually a date on that somewhere.
Oh, so they're not going to release till around Christmas?
No, it's a little earlier. November 12th.
Yeah, till around Christmas. Come on, after Halloween, you know it's Christmas time anyways.
Oh, true.
If you look at the stores.
True.
The poor turkey doesn't even get a chance.
So you get Disney stuff. There is... Oh, yeah, so that we're going to release that in the U.S. at that time. Then, obviously...
What about the world?
Yeah, that's where the rest of it comes. They're going to roll out in Europe, or Western Europe and Asia Pacific starting in the fourth quarter of early 2020, so about a year later.
They're going to wait a whole year?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, they're probably going to build everything up, prep everything, because they're not as big as Netflix.
No, but if you want to watch Disney Plus and you're in Europe and it's before the fourth quarter of 2020, but after the fourth quarter of 2019...
Just watch it the same way you watch Hulu.
Yeah, basically. I was going to get more specific, but fair enough.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing. Hulu isn't very international either.
No.
It's mostly a U.S. thing, which Disney's trying to work with Comcast on doing that, especially where AT&T, Warner, whatever the company was, whoever they are with. Not Time Warner. It's one of the Warners. They sold their stock. They sold their 10% back to Hulu.
I don't think $7 is a bad idea, though, especially comparing the price with Netflix or like Hulu.
My thing with this, though, is that we're getting back into the territory of package deals like we had back in... Well, we still kind of have, I guess, if you still subscribe to cable or satellite.
I'm not seeing it as much as package deal. I'm seeing it more as you subscribe to what you want. The catch is that everyone costs everyone's $10 basically.
Yeah. And that's like I don't think $7 is bad, but
it's better than Hulu, which has commercials for like
$7,
double the price.
Is it to double?
I thought it was like $12 for
Well,
Hulu.
no, you can get the commercial free one for like $15.
Yeah.
And except for you still get commercials on the Prime ones, on the Prime Time ones.
Well, only on certain shows.
Which still annoys me. There's no way that they should do that.
There's one show that I have to deal with.
It is nice that they'll have like Pixar, Marvel movies, and like Star Wars, like through Disney. So I can see that they are competitive enough to actually go against like Netflix and be able to have enough content for that.
That's why Netflix has started. Netflix and Amazon have started making their own stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, Netflix had to because no one would sell them stuff to use.
Yeah.
Like, they were sitting on piles of cash for, like, years, and they're like, we will hand this to you if you just let us stream your shows.
Let us stream your stuff, dang it.
And nobody wanted to, and they're like, fine.
We'll just make our own.
And that's why they raised the price. They're expecting to lose some market share.
We'll make our own movies and shows with Blackjack.
Disney's expecting by 2024 to have 60 to 90 million subscribers for just Disney Plus. That's not including what they eventually want to do, where they want to package the deal of Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
Think about it, though. The majority of those subscribers are probably going to be parents so that their kids can watch the movies. I can see them easily reaching that number.
I'm looking forward to a couple Star Wars shows that are coming out. Like the Jon Favreau Mandalorian.
Oh, will they be releasing directly on there?
Yes. The Jon Favreau's Mandalorians are going to be to live-action Star Wars.
That thing?
Yeah.
So there's more audience than just children.
Oh, I know, but I just mean, like, just thinking of parents with children alone, I could see them hitting that. That's ignoring the adult children. Bill.
If you add the adult children, that actually like expands it a lot.
I'm just thinking they could easily hit that number even without them. So that's probably good. I kind of like that $7 was their mark, or what? $7.99.
Yeah,
So 8.
Their initial $8.
$6.99.
Or six, was it?
8's not terrible.
It's $6.99.
Yeah, $6.99. I don't know. Yeah,
So okay, so 7 isn't terrible for this.
that's for the initial one. Like what? Netflix, and because that's everyone's comparing it against the Hulu 2 package one or 2 streaming one.
Mm-hmm.
What? How much is there? Like one
Hulu or Netflix?
Netflix. Hulu. Actually, Hulu. I was pulling that one up. So Hulu is $7.99 for the ones with commercials.
Mm-hmm. And they have a lot of commercials.
I don't like their online commercials. Is this an old one? No, this is no. Oh, it's $5.99. Okay.
I thought it was 7 or 8. Okay.
That's as of April 15th, which is not that long ago.
It was 2 days ago.
Yeah, according to the recording.
And I thought that the no ads one was 15, but I guess not.
I'm going to have to go check my prices
And you
now.
get HBO for... How much is HBO normally? $14.99?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
HBO
so
is the same cost.
You
no
don't
matter.
save anything there.
Yeah, you just are being charged through somebody else.
Or you can get unlimited screens for 10. Oh, that's for live TV, though. You can get enhanced cloud DVR for 10.
That's if you have to be subscribed to their live plan.
I know.
Yeah,
Which is $45 a month.
at minimum.
Yes.
Yeah, but like $6 for their commercial one, which
Mhm.
you get free, or you get for $5 along with Spotify
Yeah.
for if you have a student account.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah. I'm like, I don't want my commercials. And then Netflix, everyone's always comparing, going like, oh, how much does Netflix cost? And so on and so forth. Well, Netflix, for their base plan is something. I don't even. There.
It's
Is
$9.
$9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 4K, but
No. Heck, even their $13 one isn't 4K.
yeah, it's still
only
HD.
HD.
But also, you at least they work with, because a lot of your cables or all of your internet providers will actually stutter how much you can actually get, and Netflix is actually really, really good that they don't have any issues. It's like HBO had to learn how to deal with that. Like,
Deal with.
with being restricted but through the cable providers or the internet, just in general internet providers. Because a couple of years ago, I remember trying to watch Game of Thrones and just being so annoyed with it, and it wasn't HBO's fault. So this might be something that Disney has learned. I know when I tried WBs, I was not happy with how it looked. And I'm going to go back. I need to go back because I want to watch some of their shows.
You mean you didn't like the whole 4 pixels you got? I'm bringing back bad memories. I'm sorry.
And
All right.
So,
their prices are going up.
so do you know when this is expected to come out as far as that
The-
$6.99?
Disney Plus?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was November.
12th of
Yeah.
this year?
Mm-hmm.
2019?
In the U.S.
In the U.S., yeah. Or in the rest of the world if you know how to get it.
Yes.
I don't think that's technically illegal, is it?
Depends.
That's gray market. Gray area.
Yeah, no, if you go to their Disney Plus, it's just a countdown.
Oh.
It says 208 days. Here, I can show it on that one. See? There.
Your screen went dark.
There. You can see.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to link to. There is a countdown. 208 days, 10 hours, 55 minutes, and 58 seconds.
No, it's 55 seconds.
November 12th, 2019.
Is it really 208 days?
I don't know.
I think so.
Math. Just boom. Yes. Let's go. Yeah. But unless you're listening to it and it's later, then that 208 is actually a smaller number.
Mm-hmm. Or it doesn't exist if you're listening to this after.
It means you're watching the streaming service. Or
Yeah.
they're subscribing. Time to get you to
Yeah.
subscribe.
We're trying to get you to sign up. Oh, are they going to have National Geographic stuff on there too?
Yeah.
I
Well, that's
just
gonna be
noticed
cool.
that too.
I might sign up for it then.
So they have a decent amount of stuff. I'm not sure if it's Netflix decent, because Netflix has a really good, decent amount of stuff. And a decent variety, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like Disney, I feel very is Disney. And it's still still covers a lot.
They have all your Star Wars stuff, though. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
they own my Star Wars stuff. I got that. That's my problem. What I thought was interesting is it doesn't look like they're bundling ABC with this.
Does ABC have their own thing?
Kind of. It's so. But I don't. I think they're kind of like pushing it towards the Hulu stuff they were, but just expecting them to throw ABC at this, or maybe they're going to throw more ABC with Hulu. Also, with AT&T selling their stocks back to Hulu, who gets that percentage? That's up in the air, whether it's Disney or Comcast. But
wouldn't they have to buy it?
They would have to buy. So they sold the stocks to Hulu, but they are the two major owners of it. So technically, they can
fight over who gets it. But they have to buy it, don't they?
But they technically buy it because they own so much. Yeah, it depends. There wasn't discussions on who specifically paid. All it was just Hulu. So it could have also been just random people.
Mm-hmm.
But they...
Oh, random people buying into the stock.
Yeah.
I see.
AT&T is saying that they're going to make their own thing. And I'm like... And they're also going to pay off some of their debts.
They have debts?
Apparently they got debts.
Okay.
And Disney just paid some of it off. I don't know. So yeah, that was Disney. I guess we just covered like so many of these things.
We did.
All right. Well, speaking of the Star Wars.
The Rise of the Skywalker teaser trailer.
Did you see the trailer?
I did.
Okay.
You made me watch it, remember?
Just making sure. Making sure you were paying attention.
I mean, that's always suspect. I'm not paying attention right now.
Meh.
I'm hungry. All right, what about the teaser trailer?
What do you guys think?
Not a lot to go on. Which is the point of a teaser, I get that.
I felt the same way. I
But
don't think there was enough details to
usually
kind of
there's
decide.
a little more.
It's a teaser. Actually, you should be glad there was that much. Come on, some of the teaser trailers is like, Star Wars. Deal with it.
Like, at least with the Cars 3 trailer, you at least knew that Lightning McQueen got hurt.
Do you know the title of the movie?
No.
Rise of Skywalker.
I know. But that could mean a lot.
You know there's a Death Star?
Well, we know there's the remains of a Death Star.
Not just a Death Star, but the Death Star.
Not necessarily. There could have been a third one.
Yeah, it's called Planet Killer or Starbase.
Okay, well, there could have been a fourth one. Maybe it's part of the canon that they just haven't. Have you read all the books?
No.
So it could have been in one of those books that you don't know about. Maybe it was a fourth one or a fifth one, or maybe it's the 100th Death Star.
No, they started putting them on battleships.
Did they?
In the old canon, the old stuff.
Oh, I see.
The technology was able to be made smaller.
I was like, what is this, Voltron? They had Planet Killer starships in Voltron.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to use a couple other ones, but they existed. Well, never mind. I'm not going to spoil that. In case you guys haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Just go to Netflix.
It is on Netflix, yes.
So what number would this one be for
9.
Star Wars? 9?
This is the last one.
Final story. This is the final movie in the Skywalker saga.
They just come in threes, don't they?
But the entire Skywalker saga, all 9 main movies, all numbered movies, have been about the Skywalker saga.
But Disney does happen to have plans for additional
Oh, I'm
movies
sure.
beyond.
Oh yeah, no,
Skywalker.
there's more. There is more to come already.
They're going to milk this thing dry of money.
Yeah.
That's probably a bad thing, Bill. It'll be good for a little while.
I'm in.
You're until the bitter end. It will be bitter. And it will be an end.
Dark chocolate's nice. Bitter.
What about
Extra sharp
extra
cheese.
dark chocolate?
How extra dark? How much percentage?
I don't remember. 90 net 5.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes.
99?
I've never found a 99, actually.
Okay. I think I've had some like 85% one. It was okay. It was just
It's not for everyone.
very chalky.
I will go with that. You thought it was chalky?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I know
I
it's
just remember not liking it.
bitter. But
Yeah.
that means you don't need as much. You just have a little bit.
You just have a little bit.
Get a little bit of sweetness.
A little bit.
You come back to it later.
No.
No.
I'm gonna eat.
An extra sharp cheddar.
Yes, that's good. Extra sharp. All
on
the sharp.
top of your extra dark chocolate.
No.
You just eat it.
No.
Bill, that's just
Really?
wrong.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
That's like chocolate and cheese. You ever had chocolate and cheese?
No.
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
I don't know. Do you think you are?
Have you ever had it?
Yes.
I don't know.
But I'm the one who likes extra dark chocolate.
I'm gonna
so
have to. You're gonna have to get me something to try that out with.
okay.
'Cause
Someday.
I'm curious. We'll forget it.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not gonna remember.
Listeners, if you want to remind us,
I do not have a Twitter, so you cannot at me.
but they can call.
I guess they could call. They'll be bugging you, not me.
Hey, that means
So
I'm
I'm
the one.
okay with
I'm
that.
the one who has to prepare this.
Yeah, that's fair.
It does not sound good.
It sounds amazing, but it's also acquired. So there's that too.
Oh, so it's like beer.
No, it's like dark chocolate.
No, but it's like beer. Beer's an acquired taste too.
No, it just depends on the beer you drink.
No,
Some beers are better than others.
it's called Stockholm Syndrome.
All right. Well, how about this? We're going to take a break and listen to Captain Bengal's comic review for
Comic
the
books.
coming comics.
Comic book corner.
Yes.
Start. Go now.
Hey, this is James from Captain Bengal's Comic Cove. Talk to you guys, letting you guys know about books that are coming out April 17th, 2019. First title I want to mention is Justice League 22 from James Tynion IV and Francis Manapul. Multiverses teetering on the brink, and Lex Luthor's Legion of Doom is poised for victory. But as the combined intellects of Brainiac and the world's smartest man make their move towards conquering the keys to the sixth dimension, a much bigger power grows on the horizon. At last, the final form of Perpetua takes her shape, and the DC universe will never be the same. The Justice League titles Snyder has taken over, and he kind of has been switching off with Tynion for the past, since he took it over. It has been actually an amazing title. I do highly recommend checking it out. Another book you guys all should be reading, and has been incredibly solid, is Daredevil. There's no description on the website because they've been keeping the story arc pretty close to the chest. Chip Zdarsky is going to become a household name, and he is writing this book. And it looks like that Punisher might be involved in the story arc too. That's what the cover tells me anyways. No Fear, Part 4. It's solid. Check it out. Another title I keep on mentioning that people should be reading is Gideon Falls. It's starting a new story arc at issue 12, which comes out on the 17th. The title's called Stations of the Cross. After the mind-blowing events of the second arc, our story heads right through the Looking Glass back to Gideon Falls in 1886. Once there, Father Burke must help catch a vicious killer named Norton Sinclair. And when the killer can travel through time and space, readers are in for a wild ride. This title is actually being picked up by a certain TV company for a pilot. I do highly, highly, highly recommend checking it out, as it's Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino, and Sorrentino's artwork is amazing. He's been one of my favorite artists since he did Green Arrow back for the New 52 of DC. With Jeff Lemire, of course. And the last title I want to mention will bring up a little bit of nostalgia for anybody who remembers these shows, is the Disney Afternoon Giant. It is actually on issue 4, but it's been a very popular pickup around here. Essentially, the Disney Afternoon Giant follows two classic TV series from the Disney Afternoon run of Fox cartoons, which was Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers and DuckTales. Check it out if you guys want to have some nice, old-school, kid-friendly fun. And that's all I want to tell you guys about this week. Always support your local comic shop. We're located at 348 North 3rd in Pocatello, Idaho. Thanks, and keep on reading.
And we're back. So, I'm going to stick with space.
Space.
Space. The final frontier.
Yeah, we'll find another.
The fifth dimension. Another frontier.
I don't remember where I was going to go with that.
Okay.
The NASA rover Curiosity fulfills dreams.
So do you remember? So, actually,
Vaguely.
I missed some big news with Curiosity a while ago, and it was that. Remember when Curiosity went offline and disappeared?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back. Let's go with that one too. So if you thought Curiosity was gone, Curiosity will not die.
Actually, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Curiosity's back.
What was the little rover that died recently?
Curiosity.
That was Curiosity?
It was.
I didn't know it had drilling equipment.
Yeah, because they initially were supposed to land it on an area in Mars with.
Are you sure that was Curiosity?
Yes.
The little tiny rovers that they landed in like 2001?
Yes. This thing's like old.
Like
Okay.
2 decades ago.
Jeez.
Has it been that long?
I didn't know it came back alive.
Oh, back in 2011.
All right. No, this is a
Oh,
different rover
okay.
then.
Okay. Wait, are you talking about the one that they like buried into the planet because they accidentally like did the measurements in
No.
empirical, but
No.
told it to do metric?
There was one that died because of a big, huge dust storm recently.
Recently?
Yes. Look up Mars rovers in the Google. And by the Google, I mean the DuckDuckGo because you're crazy.
I don't know. We'll Bing it. We'll Bing it.
You're obviously on DuckDuckGo.
Does that
Just
one?
go to the Wikipedia one.
Wikipedia.
It's more consolidated. Okay, go down.
There's 6 rovers that have been
Oh,
dispatched to Mars. Like, there they are.
So Spirit and Opportunity is what I was talking about. Opportunity died just recently.
When did Opportunity die? February 13th.
13th.
Oh, see, I was talking about the one that, like Curiosity died, like, a couple months ago, and then, like,
Technically,
came back.
it died. It sent its last status update on June 10th, 2018. It was declared ended on February 13th, 2019. Because the dust storm had finally cleared.
Oh.
It didn't have enough charge in its batteries to keep the instruments
So,
warm.
on August 6th. No, I forgot.
Yeah,
there was something that happened.
I don't think it ever died.
Oh, it died.
It may have been that its wheel. I think one of its wheels got stuck or locked.
I was pretty sure that it had issues,
Well,
and we thought we lost all Curiosity. Either way, Curiosity's not dead, and Curiosity finally they were trying to land it in a special location that was good for life to happen or bacteria and so forth. So
Yeah.
basically, alien life. And they missed that target. So since 2011,
it's been trying to get back
it
there.
has been driving there, picking up things, looking at things. It's been very curious. And now, it has dug a very curious hole in the ground.
Okay. Seems curious.
Yes.
What did they find?
It will let us know later. That's what it tweeted.
It didn't tweet that.
That's what it says.
I know what I mean.
It says it literally tweeted, "Don't let your dreams be dreams." Back in 2011, before I launched for Mars, Gal Crater was chosen as my landing site, in part because of the intriguing clay seen from orbit. I finally got beneath the surface of those clays. Science to come.
They missed a space.
Monday motivation.
Or maybe they hit the tweet limit.
They might have.
Did they ever extend that, or is it still 160?
Might be 180. I don't know. I don't tweet.
I don't tweet either.
I'm glad they don't really extend it. I hope they never extend it.
I don't either, because then it just becomes like a
Facebook.
stories or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. A longer Facebook. Longer rants. But yeah. Dug a hole.
Hooray. Diggy, diggy hole.
Yay.
Are you talking about this thing now?
I didn't initially want to think about, but now I might because I forgot that this happened.
I was gonna read it this morning, and then I forgot to read it, and then I forgot to.
Did I put it in the show notes?
No, I found it on my Google app.
Yeah, I saw it too. Okay, so so Anchor is making a car charger, or for those charging ports that used to be cigarette lighters.
Some of them still are.
On older vehicles.
No, you can get it on newer vehicles.
But you can get the cigarette lighter to put into it.
I mean, if you get the smoker's package, you can still get it. Just most cars don't do that. But anyways.
So, put in, you have USB chargers. Along with that, it also comes with Google's Assistant.
How? Does it have a little speaker?
It has buttons, and these are terrible photos. There.
Oh.
It does have it does have a speaker. But I'm thinking it's for Bluetooth and all that.
Okay.
And connect to your phone. That's the other thing. So you're going to need your phone to provide internet to it.
Which it probably can.
Yeah.
Through the Google app.
And also it can connect through your Android Auto service. So that's the nice thing is when you...
This probably doesn't work with iPhone.
Probably not. So Android Auto, that's something I think is weird, is when you have a car that works with Android Auto, it's not through the Bluetooth. You actually have to physically plug it into your phone through the cable. Probably good for like data transfer and all other stuff. That might be actually where it provides the
internet. Might also be because of latency.
Yeah.
Because over Bluetooth, it tends to be kind of...
It can, depending on your Bluetooth.
Well, it depends on the car, really.
But this is new small technology, and your new small phone, or big phone, or whatever.
No, this one I think will work over Bluetooth, probably.
But
it's just like your...
Oh, it's $50 too. I'm not sure how I feel about that, actually.
Well, if it includes the assistant in it.
I can literally just plug the assistant into my car.
I know.
But spend way less money.
Yeah, you're right.
Would it go off of your phone assistant?
I still would have to connect to my phone.
Because it has to get the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it will make your car like a smart car, kind of.
What was the Madam A audio thing that they were doing? It was $50 too, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, that's what they're kind of rivaling is. I don't even know what that one's called. I don't even know what that thing was in like beta pre-order at the time.
I don't know. This looks like a pretty beefy USB adapter, though. And there's stuff like it is USB 3.0. Like it has the orange plugs on it. Those are the higher end, rapid charging. Mm-hmm.
But so it has the Anchor rapid charging capabilities, which also means yes, your iPhone devices, your iDevices do not quickly charge off of this. Only ones that use I forgot whatever I just said.
Yeah.
Not
they
Anchor.
charge fast enough.
It charges okay, but
it does it at the high speed still, just not the super speed.
Qualcomm. That's the words I was looking for. It doesn't do it at the because the orange identifies it as the Qualcomm rapid charging, which is in Google devices and a few other things, but not in iPhones. And that's actually one of the lawsuits that iPhone and Qualcomm are having against each other, because Qualcomm's like, just pay us the money because we hold everybody up for this, and Apple's like, we're not paying you. We don't use your technology. We don't even like your chips. And that's why Apple couldn't sell their phones in Germany for a while, and all these other stuff that happened over the end of the last year.
Okay.
Yeah, they ran into all sorts of things where Qualcomm actually started like really going.
Here's how it works. Plug the device into your car cigarette lighter, and it pairs with your phone via Bluetooth. It has an auxiliary jack that you can plug into your car so the audio flows directly from the car's stereo. While it's connected, you can command it to turn off your lights at home, blah, 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 blah. Use the trigger word. Yeah, so it's like that thing that you have in your car.
A different Anchor thing, except for mine doesn't have the
assistant
charger.
built into it.
Yeah, it doesn't have assistant.
No.
It goes through my phone.
What do you have, Bill?
I have an Anchor Bluetooth because I don't have
It's
Bluetooth
just a
in my car.
Bluetooth adapter, right?
Yeah, it's just a little Anchor button, and but it didn't come with a charging. I had to plug it in. And that's the nice thing is that you can. That one has it built in, and it comes with 2 USB chargers.
Yeah.
Mine,
So you could get that.
yes.
That'd be kind of neat, actually.
But you purchased that unit separately for your vehicle?
Yeah, it was like $5.
Because this car's older.
Well, no. But yeah, my Anchor little Bluetooth thing was like $5, and so I still had to plug it in. So not all cars also come with an
Your
audio
car's
jack.
also from that weird time frame where they may or may not have included an auxiliary jack.
Yes, it may or may not have come with Bluetooth, and it may or may not have come with an auxiliary jack.
Yeah.
But if you have to choose, at least get one of them.
Yeah. And then it was also from that weird time frame where it also didn't have a tape deck either, which is how people used to get auxiliary data or sound in their cars. That's how I got sound into my Saturn from '95.
Which, because of my weird time period, I am actually glad that I don't have Bluetooth in mine, because
it would have been bad.
it would have been like Bluetooth 1.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't made for audio. It was more made for calls. But I mean,
Yeah.
it could be like my car where it'll have good quality audio, but there's like a second or 2 delay on whenever you want to do anything. So when you trigger your voice assistant, it times out before you even get a chance to respond. I'm not bitter.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what there's...
They got a couple of different styles.
Actually, Anchor does have a Madam Amazon Assistant. Madam Amazon Assistant. Why don't I pick one?
Computer pause.
$50. 60 normally, apparently.
I'm sorry if you changed your trigger word to computer.
Oh.
I've been thinking about doing that.
And there's Garmin's. I thought it was this one, but apparently they have a Echo input.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just plug it into your own
Yeah.
speaker.
It's basically a Chromecast, but they discontinued the Chromecast audio.
I don't know what they did with it.
Well, it may not be out yet.
No, it was still in pre-order. Like, I even signed up on it.
Well, then I would look at your Amazon order history.
Well,
It'll be
no.
in there.
Well, it's the pre-order. It was like, my name's on the waiting list.
Oh, you didn't put money down or anything?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a thing, apparently, that's out there.
You can get the Madame A one.
Well, that's what it was. There was Anchor's Madame A version.
And then there's
Amazon
that one.
Assistant.
The Amazon Auto.
Yeah, which is also Anchor. Anchor actually really gets into a lot of businesses.
I am kind of annoyed that they don't have the Thunderbolt cables. Lightning cables, sorry. Because I always used to buy Anchor cables because they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got my iPhone, I could never find any.
Just
So
upgrade to
no.
to USB-C.
I mean, I could do that.
Actually, I do admit, I wish the
MagSafe style
iPad
one.
was.
Hmm?
I wish the iPad was kind of
What? USB-C?
USB. Yeah,
If you
well, at
got
least the one
Pro,
I had. Yeah, I don't like writing on legal pads.
Also, I don't think the Pro... I don't know if you can charge with it that way. I think you still have to use the Lightning. Maybe not, though.
Wait, are you talking about? Hey, there! I found something.
That's the Madame A one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is the one that they...
Did you pre-order on this one?
No, this is the one I put my name in on the list. Oh, apparently it's out. It's normally
Available
$50.
exclusively by invitation.
Oh, yes. So it is still not out.
Thank you for your request.
Yes. My name is on the list.
It's been on the list for a while. Holy crap.
Yeah. Like, I'm questioning whether they're actually going to release this item.
Because I think you told me about it whenever I decided to go on my not buy stuff spree, which was in like September.
Like, it looks cool and everything, but it's literally taking up like dash real estate.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's the nice thing about what Anchor is building is it is a multi-purpose phone charger, or at least charging device, with decent output.
Oh, I mean, go back. At least it's not like the... I don't get the Echo Dot for Kids edition.
It makes you say please and thank you.
Some of them. You can turn that off, though.
Well, that's part of the idea of the kids edition. Is
Yeah,
trying
I
to
just-
get them to say these things.
Like, they're cheaper now, but they were more money than the normal Dot.
Yeah, because they came with special software, which if you want on the normal Dot or the normal Echo, you had to pay $10 extra to get that software
Oh, I
installed.
didn't know that.
Yes, it wasn't just like, hey, put the software in.
It also comes with a nice silicone cover.
Yes,
It's also, I think, a Gen 1 dot still. That might be Gen 2.
because they just came out with the 3s. The Gen 1s are actually like really old. I actually never saw one. I found out. I thought I did.
I don't know what I have. My white one might be a Gen 1. Did they come out with white in Gen 1?
Like I said, I'd have to go back and look.
Anyways. Do we want to talk about one more thing? Or
Yeah, let's talk about one more thing. You choose. There's all these things on the list. Or Anna choose.
Let's have Anna choose.
Anna choose.
I was looking at the Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. That's a thing. So
You're a
we
wizard.
found out more information.
Did you?
Yes, this video.
14 things you need to know.
Yes, this video actually did a fairly decent job. So there is. You will decide whether you will be your skill levels or your specialties will be either be a professor, student. Professor, a general attacker, or basically a tank. Maybe there's a fourth one. I forget. But then it's like that other wizard game. I forgot what it's called now. Magus. Where you have to deal with potions.
I was excited about this, but I don't know if I am anymore.
It's a lot. There's a lot to this game. Like, I'm going to try it, but man, is this game... I'm afraid this game's going to require so much attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about Pokemon Go. You can
open it up, you catch a few things, you close it. That's it.
Yeah, you can casually play
And
it.
it even works passively, too.
Yeah.
Now. Didn't used to, but...
Like, Ingress, Ingress is lots and lots of pressure. But then you also, even with your type of wizard you are, that doesn't break you into teams. You can choose your different school, of the 4 schools. That still doesn't break you into teams. That just gives you different specialties. There is no teams on this. It is all for one and one for all.
Interesting. Can you form parties?
Yeah, walk around with friends.
Okay. But no official party.
Call
system.
everyone up, meet at a place. It's kind of like Ingress.
Well, it's kind of like Pokemon Go.
And that too. Hey, let's all meet here. We're going to do stuff.
Or you all pile onto a Discord and go to a specific spot because someone reported a raid, but yeah.
Yeah. What's the other one? This thing has some of that. So obviously the Pokestops, Poke Gems, or Ingress Portals, whichever one you want to call them, they're all going to be various different things where you go and you gain more energy to do things, or you train your wizarding skills. You also are going to have these like random things, articles or things in the world that you can use and pick up. You're going to have random portals, which you actually, if you have it in VR mode, you hold the camera up, you see this portal ring, and you... see if I can get...
So do you
so
build up
you
your
have this.
spells?
Well, you have this portal ring, and then you walk through the portal ring with your phone in VR mode, and you're now. It'll actually have you in whatever location. Oh, and also you collect, like you fight werewolves. So you swipe your finger around and you swipe it, and you collect stickers. Yes. So what are you saying?
It looks really complicated. I've been kind of looking at this video without audio right now, but it looked like there was kind of a list of spells where you can kind of look through kind of a certain track of spells that you can kind of gather as you go.
Yes.
What I'm kind of looking at.
It also looks like there's a leveling system too.
Well, duh.
Well,
But
I
yeah.
mean like RPG style leveling,
Yeah. Oh, yes.
which is, I don't know, seems like a little much for and maybe they're not going for casual, but
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Okay,
at.
it is 3 professions. So it's basically professor, a general, which I'm like, unless you can guarantee to always be with friends to go do stuff daily, is a good one to be, or the tank.
which looks like a wizard hat.
Yes.
Witch hat.
That kind of reminds me of like World of Warcraft, kind of choose your type, and then as you go, choose what kind of like skill or maybe spells or whatever you have.
Maybe
that's what I get from that.
Maybe classic WoW. That's you can kind of do that in World of Warcraft nowadays, but there's no like tree.
And there's
anymore.
still advantages to choosing different schools.
Mm-hmm.
I know what school I am. I'm sticking to it.
What are you?
Hufflepuff.
By school? Okay, school or house?
House. That's what I meant.
So there is still only Hogwarts?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. It was like...
Yeah,
That's
school, you're right.
interesting.
That would make it different.
Interesting that they're including different schools, but no, it's just the different houses.
Mm-hmm.
Still the 4 standard?
Yep.
What color are you in Pokemon Go, Bill?
Pink.
No. You're the one that eats glue.
It's tasty.
The yellow one.
So you're Hufflepuff there too.
See?
I don't know what I would be.
That color, I'm in Ingress.
You're not.
Yeah, I am. There's 2 colors in Ingress. There's goblins
blue.
and Smurfs.
You're blue.
I'm a goblin.
Dang it. Wait, is it blue and green?
It is blue and green.
I thought it was blue and red.
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, you would know.
Yes.
I wouldn't. The only time I logged on it was to see the list of portals. Because it actually shows you a map, unlike Pokemon Go.
Yep.
You can see where stuff is. Yeah, I'm just worried that this is going to be way too complicated for me.
Oh, I'm totally going to play it for like... I will give it 1 good month.
I'll
I will walk away from Pokemon Go for 1 good month. And then
Okay.
I may walk away from it completely. Not
We'll
Pokemon
see.
Go. I may reinstall Pokemon. Because you can't play more than one. I tried. I really did try. You really just pick the mobile one, the location one you like. Stick with it. Just stick with it.
I would still leave it on, just so you can walk your Pokemon still.
Okay, that's not bad. Open up every Monday.
Yeah.
That's not a terrible idea. All right, with that, famous last words.
Okay, I'm going to go first. I'm going to be clear here. Cereal is not a soup.
I'm going to go with winter is here. April 14th, Game of Thrones has already started.
I am adorable, loyal, hardworking. I am a Hufflepuff. Fight me.